If you didn't already know, here's a few tool hacks or tips and tricks to help you be more efficient in the workshop or your home garage. Over the years, I've really struggled to figure out how to get perfect circles or perfect diameters. I've always tried compasses and I didn't have them large enough, and I came up with this hack to use a clamp or a measuring tape, and it works great. You can get any size circle efficiently and quickly. It's a wonderful tip. I hope you're going to be able to use this. Have you ever stumbled trying to hang things in your shop or your home and you just can't figure out how to get the wire or the hooks to line up with the nails? It's such a pain in the butt, right? Well, I use French cleats. I learned this trick probably around 2017. I've been using it ever since. I've hung everything that you can imagine using these things. They hold a tremendous amount of weight. When it comes to drilling holes in boards, you get blowout. If I just drill through this board like this, on the other side of it, you're gonna get chips and what's called as blowout. It's just gonna crack and notch and it's an ugly hole. But all you gotta do is apply a board on top of a board, drill through it, and the holes will be perfectly clean. I learned this tip way late in my woodworking game, and I wish I would have known it sooner. So hopefully you can benefit from this. I've also struggled in my journey on finding radiuses, or arches, so to speak. Arch doorways or radius table bases. I've came up with so many methods, and this is by far the easiest. You can get any size arch or radius done in seconds. Oh, I love this one. Let's just skip right on over to the screws. This trick, or hack so to speak, works well with nails or screws. I've been using it for a while. What a lifesaver. Look at how ugly that screw is. It's because it's a sharp edge. It just completely blew out the end grain on that board. But if you take a screw or nail and hammer it to the concrete or metal and get a blunt, soft edge, check it out. It'll go through the board with no splits and cracks and nothing's ugly. That's wonderful. When it comes to filling voids and cracks, this is a technique I use a lot. I have 2 or 3 techniques that I always turn to, but this one is a lifesaver. It's actually very stable. It flexes with the wood, so it contracts with expansion. Cleanup is really easy. You just hit it with a little bit of sanding, like 220 or 180, for about 10 or 15 seconds, and it'll be clean and it'll look nice. You can see there that looks really well. Now once that's stained, you wouldn't even see the crack. You may have seen me use this method before on IG. I use this a lot, especially with trim work or the side of cabinets when I need to put a couple of miters or nail some trim work on. I always put tape on. It helps from blowout once again. You see, the trigger mechanism on a nail gun will leave a huge indention. The tape kind of secures no indention, and if you use this nice filler stick, there's no need for wood putty. You go right over the tape, and there's no need for sanding. It's a complete clean process. I highly recommend this one. You gotta try it. Okay, if you're like me, you hate miters. They're just the enemy of a finished carpenter's work. You're always fighting with them, right? I love this tip. Add a little glue and apply these corner clamps. They will pull it in tight and it makes wonderful miters. It makes it so easy. Easy peasy Japanesey. So back in the day, I used to mix a little glue and whatever wood filler that I was using, like sawdust from a certain particular species, and mix it together, but it never really worked well. Just disconnect the dust collection from your sander, apply that glue and sand over it. The fine sand dust will fill in all the cracks and voids, and believe me, you won't see a glue line, not even when you wipe the stain over it. This is a great technique if you don't like wood putty. And last but not least, toss a board over your shoulder for good luck. Let's move on. I'll have a product link in all of the description box below, and I'll see you next time.